great to have you join us on Art House. On the program today, we are looking at two solo exhibitions, one at the Vivid Gallery and the other at the Withbreaker, with the artists revealing their latest techniques to the Lagos audience. And the way they titled it piqued my curiosity. I'll tell you more about them in a moment. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Melinda Akinlami.
Art is man's constant effort to create for himself a different order of reality from that which is given to him. I don't know any other way to live but to wake up every day armed with my convictions.
Let's begin by taking a flight of fantasy. Imagine if walls could speak. What would they be saying? Well, contemporary artist Patrick Akpojotor reveals this to us in his solo exhibition organized by SMO Contemporary in Lagos.
This message on the wall just about sums up what the exhibition is about and what's driving the artist to put his best foot forward. But don't let this interesting installation underneath fool you. It's just part of the welcome party.
This exhibition, we at SMO Contemporary Art are thrilled to present Patrick's first solo exhibition, showcasing works that have been in the works for many years. I mean, we started the conversation with Patrick in 2017 after we had showed him at the Lagos Court of Arbitration exhibition in honor of Professor Bruce Onogbaye, titled Onogbaye and the Harmattan Workshop.
Contemporary artist Patrick Akpojotor is exploring the concept of spaces and how it affects the lives of individuals, tapping from his own experience.
Yeah, I basically use the works here to talk about how we influence our environment and how our environment in turn influences us.
Architecture is given a new face as it now possesses human features and emotions.
Given that title and looking at some of these issues on how the environment influences us and how we influence our environment is basically my experience growing up in Ikeja. I discovered that some of the structures, whether roads, buildings and all that, are named after people. I also note that some of these our neighbors, friends, family friends will come to visit because they've come from a larger space. So the way they relate with our space, make them feel uncomfortable.
These works are speaking to a diverse body and a diverse inspiration which Patrick has been cultivating over the years. It's speaking to his love for architecture and how architecture and spaces influence us as humans and also what we impart on these buildings. This series was birthed by Patrick's response to what's happening in Lagos, which is the urbanization of infrastructure and of people. With economy, a booming economy, comes people moving to the center of this economy. And when there's an influx of people, there needs to be houses. But when there is no regulation saying how these houses are built, you have houses that are not being built in the right ways. So this inspired Patrick to start speaking not just to architecture, which has been a huge part of his life, but also to how architecture influences us. In this exhibition, you see 3 different bodies of work: the self-portrait series 1 and 2, the embodiment series, and also the indigene series.
2008 graduate of Fine Arts from Alti Polytechnic, followed by a degree in graphic design from Lagos Polytechnic in 2013, wasn't content with the knowledge gained from school. He brought himself under the wings of veteran artist Professor Bruce Onobrakbeya, and those who saw his early beginnings are impressed with the blossom.
Well, I first met Patrick many years ago at the Hammertown workshop at Agbaroto. I was there as a facilitator, teaching bronze casting and jewelry making, and he was teaching leatherwork. So he's grown from a very, very young, very focused artist into that was looking at leatherwork, teaching young people how to do shoes and slippers and bags, into an artist that has carved a niche for himself.
Fantastic. Very good. Excellent. Actually, for his age and training and the time he spent in the art, he has really broken a new ground, and this, I would say, it should be envy to his colleagues and even people who are older in the practice. His works are very good.
In his works, the artist also salutes those who have contributed to his life and country.
In some of the works that I've had, that I've produced for this exhibition, I have one work titled "The House That Stella Adadavon Built." In that work, I talked about how the lives of Stella Adadavon and the heroic deed that she made in curbing the mayhem that would have happened to Nigeria. So she actually laid a legacy for other medical practitioners to follow. Not just the medical practitioner. In every profession, we have that obligation to protect our environment, protect our country, and protect humanity.
His works are very inspiring. He has moved from leather to wood to painting on canvas, and in fact pays homage to Dr. Adadavon, who gave up her life for this country, and also pays a lot of homage to Dr. Bruce Onobrakbeya, who is such a great mentor to many of us who have come through the Hammertown workshop in Agbaroto. So Patrick is a success story. He represents the several experimentations that have gone on in Agbaroto, and in fact he has become a role model to a lot of younger artists who can emulate him and see the possibilities and the potentials that exist in that workshop.
It's a subject that took years of sweat, tasking his imagination to produce works of art using his style.
I agree that my work is not common because what you're seeing here today at this exhibition is a struggle, research of 10 years. So while working with Dr. Bruce, I had took my time to document every details, to learn more about how documentation works, and to learn more about the practice of art, which now led me into not just doing a cubism, which can now be I can be connected to Picasso or other cubists.
This exhibition is both inspiring and mentally stimulating in terms of showing someone's mind and playful approach to creating works that not only fill us with awe, but cause us to think about the environment that we're living in.
I know this artist, for 15 years. He worked under me. I described him as intelligent, as diligent, as very committed very enthusiastic about art, and he is going to go places.
The over 20 images touch on the essence of roots, the surroundings. It's good to train a child in the way to go, but the environment plays a crucial role in the moulding process. And if these walls could speak, they'd be loaded with tales of what could have been done better.
The heading actually tickled my fancy. Nice one, Patrick. All that studying and hard work under veteran artist Professor Bruce Onogbaikpeya is gradually paying off. Well done. There are others like him, but they are online. These are the works of art you sent in this week. We begin with Ayola's interpretation of Africa. It's done with stone on paper. The artist believes it's a beautiful and strong continent made up of many tribes. The beauty of Africa can only be visible if we come together and work in unity, and that's according to Ayola. Dafe has pepper red. It's done with acrylic on canvas, and he's celebrating the beauty of the marketplace seen in the many colors of the vegetables. Then Collins is showing us his thoughts, done with mixed media. For a much harder work of art, we look at Eyo, done by Raji. It's with mixed media. Then Ken has Me and My Crow is done with oil on canvas. Real One is showing us his acrylic painting of a woman. While Oji has Oh My Drums, done with acrylic on canvas. And those are the works of art you sent in this week. We do encourage you to keep them coming. And always remember to put the relevant information beside that work of art when sending it. And always put your best foot forward. Coming up on the program, Black is Gold. Not my words, but by another contemporary artist. I'll tell you more in a moment.